Hello, in this video I'm going to talk about OSI model. OSI stands for Open System Interconnection. It was given by International Organization for Standardization. OSI is used for the communication between the devices. For example, you might be talking to your friend over internet, you might be watching some videos, you might be buying some product from an e-commerce website like Amazon, Flipkart, eBay, or anywhere. That all of the things comes under, like, you are communicating, you're having a communication between the devices. When you're buying something on over internet, then you are requesting the server that to place your order, to save your data, your name, your address, your product details, whatever you are buying. All of these comes under, like, all of these are managed, the communication is managed by the OSI model because it is having 7 layers. We are starting from the seventh layer. The seventh layer is the application layer. This is the last layer. We can say the first layer is physical layer. Application layer is like whatever you are seeing on your screen, on your telephone, on your cell phone screen, or on your laptop or your PC, whatever you are using on internet. All of them, the application are like WhatsApp. You are using Telegram, Snapchat. All of these are application. So these are the, like, all of these application are having different network services. I'm telling you, like, you are using Gmail. So Gmail is for sending the mail. You are using Zoom. You might be using Zoom for your online classes. So that is, Zoom is providing another service. Is Zoom providing the same service like WhatsApp? No, WhatsApp is for the messenger. Zoom is for video conferencing. If you talk about some other, like Chrome is for web surfing, internet surfing. So all of these network services are handled by this application layer. It is having some sort of protocols, and those protocols are very helpful in providing you the services. Okay. Another layer is the presentation layer. It represents the data. Presentation layer is going to serve you that this is the thing. Okay, this is the thing that you need to see it. Okay, and this, all of these, I'll be explaining this in very detail. Later I'll be giving very easy example also, and from if you watch this video, I assure you that you will understand each and every layer very nicely. You will know that what actually is the function of each of the layers very nicely. You will be very confirm about all of the layers. Next layer is the session layer. Session layer is for managing the session. Session means that the time span, it is nothing but the time span. When you log in on some website and when you log out from that website, the time span between that is known as session. But in the detail, there are a lot of functions that is also performed on session layer that I'll be discussing later. Okay. And another one is the transport layer. Transport, you from the name you can know that this is for the traveling of the data. When the data is actually being sent, then the transport layer comes in picture. The very first layer, when the, like, data starts being sending, then transport layer comes, and your message will properly be like delivered to the destination. And like how the data is going to be sent, like your port number is going to be added to the message header. All of these things are handled in transport layer. Example for the protocol that is going to provide you this kind of service is like TCP and UDP. Okay. Another layer next one is the network layer. That is a third layer. And network is like when you have sent the data from the transport layer, it is for like you are transporting the data. Now comes the network layer, is determining the path. It is determining the path from which path your data will be sent. Okay. Like you are going to Delhi, from which route? If you are going Delhi, from route 1 from your home, route 2, or from the route 3, you are going from which route, that is going to be decided from network layer, that which router the data is going to be travel from. That is about the network layer. I'm going to explain all of this with example very. The another layer is the data link layer. This is the second layer. And after the data, when the path is decided, then comes the data link layer in the picture. Okay. And the main purpose of this data link assures that your data is sent to the like correct place. Okay. So there are like bridge and switch on this layer working, and this is like responsible for sending your data nicely. This is like a link over which your data is transferring. Okay. And then comes the physical layer, is like a thing like physical It could be cable, like from fiber your data will be traveling. So this is a physical kind of thing. Your layouts of pins and voltages will be there, which will be working. So these are like a physical layer. Now I'll be explaining each of them with the help of an example. Application is layer is like what you see. Google Chrome. So application layer provides you the network services. What I mean by service, what does Google Chrome provides you? It allows you to do web surfing. You can search anything on Google. That is the service that Chrome is providing you. Another one is Gmail. Gmail is allowing you to send mails to your recipients. So that is the service which is being provided by Gmail. Next one is the WhatsApp. WhatsApp is for messenger, like you can message to your friends and your relatives using this messenger. Then Skype is for video conferencing. You can talk over the video, you can have online classes, you can have your meeting on your business related meeting, your jobs, anything, any interview, you can handle that on Skype. And then comes LinkedIn. LinkedIn is for like searching for job and all of these things. So these are the services that are being provided from the various applications. Now these applications are not application layer. Of course, these are not application layer. These applications are like managed. These are the services, like Gmail is providing you to web surfing. Gmail is providing to send email. WhatsApp is allowing you to send messages. Skype is for video conferencing. So all of these are having different services, and those services are handled on application layer. Those services are handled by the protocols, file transfer protocol. There are different various protocols, SNMP and FTCP, TFTP, Telnet. All of these are working on this application layer. Now this is known as the software layer, and protocols are, these are the protocols that are working on this layer. Now it is the interface for sending and receiving data. For example, when you are using your PC, when you turn on your computer, then you will, what is the first thing that you're going to see on your screen on the computer when you turn it on? You'll see the operating system. First thing, that is what you are going to see. So operating system becomes an interface between you and your system. You're going to talk with your system, and operating system is the interface. This is the thing which resides in the middle. So the same thing is here, that application layer is an interface for sending and receiving data. You are sending your message to your friend. Now in the middle you have WhatsApp. Okay, how are you sending the mail? In the middle you have Gmail. So these are the interfaces. Okay, now service that are used with end user application, of course, that I already told you. Now devices are these gateway and proxy server. Now I'm going to give you an example to make. You are buying something from, or you have to buy a book. For example, you have to buy a book online. Now you went over Chrome. You went over Chrome to buy the book. Now the Chrome works on application layer. Now this application layer comes in picture when you had to buy a book, you went on Chrome. Okay, this is the first thing. And after what you are going to, that is not like, why did you went on Chrome? You just turned on your computer and you just went on Chrome, because you can use, or maybe you went on Mozilla or Internet Explorer, anywhere, but all of these are for searching. Like you will search Amazon's website there. Okay, so this if you had to email somebody, then you will open Gmail. Okay, if you have to do internet surfing, then you'll use Chrome or Mozilla or whatever browser you are using, Safari or anything. So that service that you were to buy, you had to buy a book and you went on Chrome to search Amazon's website. Now the network service that was provided here was Chrome, because you wanted to search Amazon's website here. So the sixth layer is the presentation layer, and presentation layer is something which is going to be represented to you. The data is going to be represented. For example, the previous example that I gave you, the example that you have to buy a book, you went on Amazon. Now Amazon website is in front of you. You have opened Amazon in your system. You can see on the top left corner the menu button, in which you will see what are the products there. You can see the cart button. You can see the home page where you will be watching. Yeah, and you can also see the banners that they are having, that this phone is going to be launched on this date, and all of these things are like, how are they presented? There are some coding like HTML and CSS, web designing kind of thing that is involved. There are various This is also known as software layer. There are various like functions like encryption. When you send the data, then your data is going to be encrypted. That is on the presentation layer. Key you are adding, and then your data is protected that no one can read it. Only you and the receiver is going to read it. Then comes decryption. When receiver has received the data, then the receiver has the key value, and that from key value that receiver is going to decrypt the data. Then the compression is another function of the presentation layer for like reducing the size and then transmitting it. Devices are used here as gateway and proxy server. Now the from that example I told you that Amazon, you just when you had to buy a book, you went on Chrome and you opened that is the presentation layer, because Chrome provide you the service to search something and you are searching Amazon's website. That was application layer. Presentation layer, when you open the Amazon website, then you see the like something, the home page of the Amazon website. That is nothing but the presentation layer, the thing that is presented in front of you. Okay, another one is the session layer. When you open the Amazon website, now you have to buy the book, then you will have to log into that website. You cannot buy anything from Amazon or Flipkart without logging into that website. Now if you are logging into the website, then your session starts there. Okay, and when you log out, then your session ends there. That is all about the session. And there are various functions which are performed here, like initiate terminates the like initiate your communication. Like we already opened the application layer, but it was not initiated because you were not doing anything. You just requested in the terms of like searching. When you were searching something, then at that time you can say that yeah, your Chrome is all already and always it is logged in from your Gmail account. Okay, so that session is already started whenever you just open the Chrome, and when that Chrome is taking your internet connection, that is always in the background, that is running on the background. So that is already your session has already started whenever you log in, your session starts. Okay, and when you were buying some product on Amazon, then your session started when you logged into that Amazon's website, and now your session will end when you will log out from there. So this is also known as software layer, and this is for the session management, of course. And these are the like dialog control, token management, and synchronization. Synchronization means that buying something, like when you are ordering the book, then you have requested the server that please save my details, my name, this is my name, this is the book that I want to buy, this is the quantity of book, this is, I mean, these are the details. Your this is my address and this is my phone number. Please. The synchronization is like you are requesting the server to save your data, save your information, and that server is responding you at that time only. If you are asking at 10 a.m. in the morning, then the server will reply you only at the 10 a.m. only, and the server is not going to reply you 5 days back, 5 days or like later or 10 days later. It is going to reply you at that time only. That is known as synchronization. Now if you don't understand the meaning of synchronization, WhatsApp, you are using WhatsApp, you have sent some message to your friend. Now your friend is not online at that time. Okay, so therefore WhatsApp is not a synchronous kind of communication. You can talk to your friend when you are talking to your friend on Skype or on Zoom video conferencing, then this is known as synchronous. But when you are using Gmail, that is not synchronous, that is asynchronous. When you are like for example using Skype, this is synchronous. So that is what I'm trying to say you. Now the another one is the transport layer. Transport layer is like when you start sending the data. Okay, it is like sending of data, heart of OSI. Transport layer is known as the heart of the OSI because it is responsible for sending the data. The data travels with the help of this layer only. You how much data is to be sent and where to be sent, that is all being decided by transport layer. Like whatever you have saved, like you have ordered the placed the order, you have requested the server to place your order. Now your server is in the back end, it is sending saving your data, but you have requested for that book. If you have ordered that book, then the server has like make sure that you are the person to whom the book is going to be delivered, and not it is not me whom the book is going to be delivered. And for that, it is going to save your port number, the destination port number where the data is going to be saved, and the users, the senders port number, all of these are going to be saved on the header message by this transport layer only. Error control means that when your data is corrupt, then there will be acknowledgement that your data has not been received or your data has been corrupt. So these are handled, and the example of this layer could be TCP, and the devices used here are gateway and proxy server. Network layer is for like determining the path, like for the path determination. Routing works only here. So for example, when you're going to college, your college is 1 kilometer far away from your home or from your hostel. Now you went to your college from some way, from some path, and you found out that there is some traffic. Now you choose some another path. Now that is known as the path determining, like from which path, because of traffic you took another path. So there could be traffic while sending the packet or the data or the message over the internet. Then in that scenario, the router comes in picture. Router is responsible for determining that the path, that from which route your data is going to travel. Okay, so that comes under network layer. That service is provided by network layer, that how data is going to be sent. You are in India, your friend is sitting on Canada, so there will be a lot of routers inside from which your data will be sent. So that is a very long way to go, so that all of the path determining is going to be done by router. It is a hardware layer because router comes in picture, and the like gateway and router are these. So when you ordered the Amazon, like from Amazon, you have placed the order. Now your order request will be sent, like your data is sent from, it was your address, like IP address and all the things were sent back from the transport layer, and now from the transport layer your data is being sent through the routers. It is determining the path. It is the main purpose of this layer is to like delivery of data to like correct destination. It is going to identify the destination device, and it is going to send the data. So it is going to help you know that what is going to be the IP address of the device, and it is going to send the data. So it is also going to correct errors of coming from, which is coming from physical layer. If it is coming from the receiver side, then that is it is going to prepare the data and all the things, then send it to the for transmission. Yeah, prepare data for transmission, and it is known as hop to hop. Hop to hop because when your data is being sent from your PC to the router, then it is one hop. When from router to another router, then from another router, then from another router, then to the receiver it is reached, right? All of these are hop. From one router to another router, this is hop. Then from one router to another, then it is another hop. So delivery of data to correct destination ensured, and it is going to provide you a reliable link. With the message, there will be address of your IP address, and with that message, there will be port number, and all of the information will be added there. And the data link layer is going to determine the IP address also, and it is going to send from the devices, bridge and switches. It is, there will be a lot of devices connected, and you will be found that yeah, this is the person who has ordered for this book. It is like electrical and physical representation of the system. Yes, physical like cables and all of the things, like all the layouts and the pins and the voltages, all of these are the comes under the physical layer. And electrical and physical representation of the system, cable type, radio frequency, layout of pins, moves data between devices. It is going to convert received data into bit stream, and it is responsible for transmission rate, identifies mode. So simplex, half duplex, full duplex. Now what is meant by simplex? When I am sending a data and you are not sending anything, it is simplex mode. What is half duplex? When I am sending data and I have stopped, now you are sending data alternately in half duplex. There is one link, and only on that link I am sending data, and you cannot send the data when I am sending data, and when you are sending data, then I cannot send data. That is known as half duplex. Full duplex has two links, like when I am sending data, then at the same time you can also send the data. And the devices are repeater and hub. What do we call the data, message, packet, segments? All of these are same thing, but the name are different for the different layers. On application layer we call it data, on presentation layer we call it data, on session layer we call it data or message. We can call it data either or message on these three layers: seventh layer, sixth layer, and fifth layer we call it data. On transport layer we call it segment, on network layer we call it packet, on data link layer we call it frame, and on physical layer we call it bit. I hope that it has helped you somehow, and thank you very much for watching.